Welcome, adventurers, to a journey deep into the heart of the Amazon rainforest. Today, we are exploring the world of the Kalapalo tribe, an indigenous group living along the Xingu River in Brazil. Their culture is beautiful, complex, and filled with rituals that might seem completely unbelievable to the outside world. Get ready, because here are 20 bizarre Kalapalo traditions that will leave you absolutely speechless. First, let's talk about how they communicate with the spirit world. The Kalapalo believe that nature is alive with powerful spirits called Itsiki. To talk to them, tribal members enter deep trances, often using sacred tobacco smoke to bridge the gap between humans and the unseen. One of their most famous and intense traditions is the Kuarup festival. This is a massive, emotional ritual held to honor the dead. They decorate large wooden logs to represent their lost loved ones, crying over them before celebrating their life with music and dance. During the Kuarup, things get highly competitive with Yamarikuma, a unique wrestling match. What makes it unusual? It features women wrestling each other. The women train hard, paint their bodies, and display incredible physical strength. The men have their own intense wrestling tradition called huka huka. It starts with the competitors on their knees, circling each other like jaguars before trying to throw their opponent to the ground. It is a massive test of pride and honor. To prepare for these battles and rituals, the Kalapalo practice extreme body purification. They use sharp fish teeth to scrape their skin until it bleeds, believing this releases bad blood and makes them stronger. They also force themselves to vomit using specific plant juices to clean their bodies from the inside out. Their diet has its own strict rules. They completely ban the eating of land animals. Deer, monkeys, and birds are strictly off limits because they believe these animals carry human-like spirits. Instead, they rely almost entirely on fish and manioc flour. Even catching fish involves a unique tradition. They do not just use nets. They use a special vine toxin called timbo. They crush these vines in the water, which temporarily suffocates the fish, making them float to the top for easy harvesting. When a child is born, the parents undergo a strict period of isolation and fasting. They cannot eat certain foods or perform hard labor, believing that any wrong move could spiritually harm the newborn baby. Body modification is also highly sacred. Piercing the ears and lips of young boys is a major rite of passage. They use thick wooden plugs to stretch the piercings, symbolizing their transition into manhood and leadership. Music is not for entertainment here, it is treated like a living entity. The Kalapalo have sacred flutes that are strictly forbidden for women to see. If a woman looks at these flutes, ancient tradition dictates severe spiritual or physical punishments. When it comes to clothing, they traditionally wear almost nothing. Instead, they treat body paint as their actual attire. They use red arucum paste and dark jenipapo juice to draw intricate geometric patterns that protect them from both insects and evil spirits. Even the way they build their homes is deeply symbolic. They live in massive, communal thatch huts called Oca. The entire village is arranged in a perfect circle around a central plaza, representing unity in their view of a round universe. When a person passes away, they are buried in the central plaza of the village, right in the middle of daily life. This keeps the ancestors physically and spiritually close to the community at all times. The Kalapalo also believe heavily in shamanism. Their shamans undergo years of dark, isolated training to learn how to heal the sick, predict the future, and fight off curses from enemy sorcerers. Finally, their concept of time is tied entirely to nature. They do not look at clocks or calendars. Instead, their entire year is guided by the movement of the stars, the rising of the river, and the behavior of the cicadas. The Kalapalo tribe reminds us how incredibly diverse human culture can be. What seems bizarre to us is a sacred way of life that has protected their people in the Amazon forest for centuries.